Hi Divyaji.
Hi.
Welcome to Levels Cancer and ZenOnco.io.
Thank you for inviting me.
So this is a cancer healing journey talks where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as patients, caregivers, or warriors like you who have been through this journey, came out beautifully and are inspiring other cancer patients and caregivers through sharing your journey.
Thank you. Yeah, for me, it's been a long one now. I had it when I was about 11 years old. Now I am 40. So that was back in 91. And I had an acute myeloid leukemia. And back then, I really didn't know that I had cancer. It was just like, it started off some red spots all over my legs and hands. And then I was very excited that I'm taking off from school and going for a checkup. So, and then that was like, the excitement just immediately dropped as soon as they said, you have to admit yourself. And it was a long one. It took me a year and a half in and out of the hospital. I had first chemotherapy, then a bone marrow transplant, and my this was back in 91, so I had it from CMC. So I was like the first few people who were like going in for the bone marrow transplant. So it was different, and it was a long process for me. There's one scar which I still live with is these two neck scars for me. So during the bone marrow, this one got infected, so they kind of changed it to others. So for a long time, I was so hesitant even to show this. If anyone asks me what is this, I will like go into a cocoon and not talk about it, and all those things were there. But then now I'm very comfortable. I'm like, that's almost like a proud scar. Yeah, I know I survived, and I'm like doing what I'm doing now. And um, back, my family was a big support for me. My mom was always by my bedside, and she was there. And like I said, I was really 11 years old, so I really didn't. The treatment part, it was painful. Obviously, it was painful. I swallowed some 100 tablets a day. My throat was sore, and I couldn't drink. I wanted all those fancy foods, which are like they coming in my memory, taunting me, kind of a thing. All this was there, but it was very painful, and sometimes very lonely also, because you see the entire world pass by and you're just sitting there not doing anything, because you have absolutely no strength physically, mentally, to even do anything. But my friends, my mom was there, and my uncle used to come every day, play with me for some time, and all those things. So I think my family was a big support for me throughout the journey. And I think that 1.5 years was like 2 years. It was almost it. It was nothing compared to the journey which I had to see later. I felt, because there your family support was there every day. They would be there, but then when you're out there, right? Like then you have to really think. So I'm sure all of you are aware that chemotherapy, you lose your hair. So hair was something I really had, nice luscious hair, and I was like, I lost it completely. Even I've not even gained back it. So that was a big disappointment for me. Then every time I used to see people with lovely hair, and I used to feel so bad, like why this kind of a treatment for me. And anywhere, right, in India especially, you talk to a person for 30 seconds is enough. They will start asking, what is that scar? So that was very difficult. I used to not get interacted also with a lot of people because of that, like to myself, and like I didn't want to open up. It was like a bag of worms for me. I didn't want to open it up. But the 2 years, my dad put me in a very small school, so the school was very nice. Like though I had this very tiny hair and very dark skin, and my lips were darker because of the medications, everything, I was a totally out of normal teenager. Imagine in the teen you were getting this, and you nothing. I wasn't doing anything. Home to school, no outside food, nothing. That way, my parents were very strict. Made sure that the first few 3 years, you don't want to. Your immunity is like a baby. You don't want to spoil it, right? So they made sure I did all those things. But yeah, I was kind of missing what hanging out. People would go for a trek high. I mean, not treks, but they would go for a, the school fun trips. I was always left out. Like, no, that's too much of a risk for me, and I had to stay back home. And I used to miss all those things. So I said, no, I'm going to. And that became my fighting. What do you say? Fighting drive. Like, I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to enjoy all this after this. No matter, no one's going to stop me. So I had a very focused mind that I'm going to take my schooling very seriously and, get through it, become healthy and all those things. And that was my drive. That became my drive. Although I had this cocoon of, not wanting to share things and all, I had very few selected close friends who knew about me. And in both my school and college, throughout my life, it has been like that. And so that drive got me to do my master's in Delaware. The first only the first quarter was when my dad funded me, but the remaining years I was able to fund myself. So that was like a big achievement for me. And I said, no, I'm going to do it. Whatever I have missed in that teenager, where people really say they enjoy their schools and colleges, I never got to do that. It was always restriction. In fact, after 4 years of engineering was the last day of engineering is when I went out to eat with my friends. It was that strict. It was that because I had to get back my health, and I took it seriously for that matter. And my parents were very supportive for them. I never got to hang. I mean, movies and all those things were very, very limited. But I said it's okay, fine. I'm at this level. For me, health is important, and I can do it later. I don't want to spoil it now and then not do it. So I did my masters, and that was like I freaked out there, I would say. I enjoyed really, and it made me a very strong person. My dad was like in tears, when he was sending me off, and he was like, you managed, you came up here. And even more in tears when I said that, dad, I got all the funding, no more money. And like, so it was more of a proud, and he was very happy that I could be, because it becomes a question mark, right? Like, for me, I think when I was in the first year of engineering, or maybe 11th or 12th, I don't remember. But that's when the doctor said that you can't have any kids. All your eggs are all gone. You cannot have. So my father also decided for me, my education was important. My self dependency was important. I needed to be that strong person, and that it was a life transforming experience, both the cancer and going to the US and studying it's changed my direction, and I think it is very good for me. I became this more fun loving, independent person, and who can handle things on her own. And yeah, and then I started my uh, physical exercise routine. That was my first step. Till then, it was not feasible, right? Like, I would get tired very fast and all those things. So then I said, okay, no, I want to start. And then I did everything. I did Zumba, step aerobics. I hiked of 10,000 feet, hiking, trekking every week, cycling, everything I did. Whatever I said, I had restricted me, I'm going to do it. And I did it with a full awareness, full physical fitness. And like I said, those few friends, whoever I've had in my life, they were very supportive for me throughout, and like very nice. And so I worked at California Intel for 7 years, and the gym was amazing there. And I made full advantage of it. I used to cycle to work, and morning go there, attend the Zumba or the classes or step aerobic class. I didn't like the regular gym. I like these fun things to do. And but I met my husband there. So marriage was a struggle. Like, initially, my dad tried to get me married the usual traditional way, but for whatever, they like, they're very harsh statements. Some of them say, "Would you, if it were your son, would you get your son married to your daughter like this?" These kind of statements is what people come up with. Like, how can you send a jadagam that for this kind of I like nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. It happened. It happened. And but yeah, then I found my person who understands me and who was absolutely okay. And I would say he has been a blessing in my life. All those exterior wall which I had built around him, he has helped me to break it. Everything, like not opening up about myself, or opening about the cancer, or opening about how it has affected me emotionally, made me very insecure, and that fighting skills to some extent became a little bit of an aggressive, right? So even that is not very good. So all those things, I kind of am aware of it now, and I'm like gone back on it. So I worked at the topmost company at Intel with a master's degree from electronics. I'm a computer engineering over there. And then I came to Qualcomm. And then I have had a 14 years of career as a hardware engineer. And later I decided, okay, I'm going to do something else. No, I'm done with all these sitting in front of the computer, because life is precious. Why do you want to spend it in front of the computer? Not just, I mean, I've had my share. It helped me wherever I am. The step was there. It is a step in my life. So I'm still in a search for what it is, but then I am doing craniosacral therapy. I've learned that. I'm learning to become a yoga instructor now, and focus on health, and in a way reach out to people in a holistic way also, because a lot of people, they're stuck in that emotion, like you said, right? Most of us are stuck in that small experiences in our life that that have helped me, tide is around, so to free that. So I'm also training to become an emotional freedom technique practitioner. These are some things which I'm trying to explore and see if I can help people in the process. Medications definitely help you if family support is needed, but in spite of that, there is something these experience build you, they tie you down. And you need these kind of external support. And I mean, like, my husband is very encouraging for me to take these steps and go ahead. I'm not saying my dad and mom but then their dad and mom, that you are even scared to tell your parents sometimes, like what you've done. So this has been good. And a lot of things. For so many years I used to be scared of the phenyl smell, because it would remind me of a hospital.
Okay.
And I used to, like, the entire thing used to be coming back. And then one day I realized, oh my God, this is, somewhere deep down it is irritating me, because just simple that hospital phenol smell was irritating me for some time. The moment I realized it, I was able to drop it. And this feeling of that the world is passing by because I'm just sitting and doing nothing, even that had stuck onto me for a long time. It's a long process, but as it moves, you'll be able to the moment you realize it, oh, it's because of that, it gets dropped. That has been my journey. And I've been doing the Sudarshan Kriya by Art of Living. And when I did my bone marrow transplant, there was a little bit of lung infection. And it was almost 1 year. And my dad said, it's okay, fine, do it. And the doctor said, there might be some risk. I said, fine, just get it done. So I stuck with that infection for a long time. So any season change, I became asthmatic. I had a lung scar. Any season change, I would go to an inhaler. The doctors were like, "Oh, okay, season change, come, we'll give you one the nebular and inhaling," and that was it became my daily routine. Fortunately, I've gotten to the Sudarshan care. It took me 1 year of practicing Sudarshan care and completely clean. My husband also saying like, the wheezing sound I used to hear when I sleep, that as if some small pipe is there and it's going through that, you'll hear that sound. So that has gone, completely gone for me. And my physical strength has improved. And I'm also taking a little bit of Siddha Vaidya to kind of help me, the hormone imbalances. Like the doctors, when they told me I can't have a kid, they scared me also, saying that you will have heart attack by 30 years. I'm 40.
Okay.
Touch wood, I don't have any heart attack. Because
Yeah.
it's the hormones, right? The hormones imbalances can cause a lot of things. And then you'll have osteoporosis, all these things they scare, saying that, have estrogens every day and all. For some reason, my heart didn't tell me to take the estrogens. So I'm having Siddha Vaidya to counter that hormone imbalances. But osteobones and everything is physical activity. You keep doing your physical activities, you make them strong, they will be fine. So, touch wood, no heart attacks. I'm 40 already.
Yeah.
There are, I feel body feels warm because of the hormone imbalance, but that's okay. I can live with it, not a big deal. And the acceptance is main thing. First, accepting that you were sick, and accepting it is okay to be sick, and accepting it is not your fault.
Yes.
It is never your fault. Never say that. And open up to people. It's okay. It's like, no one's gonna harm you. That was all my feelings, like, you need to open up. I wasn't ready to open up. And if you can, I would say, give people the space. Give the space till they really want to open up. It's not a problem. But be with them. That's what I would say to the family. It's okay. They're there, and I've always been very grateful for my family for being there. And it needed my sister was my donor, so I'm ever thankful for her. She was my donor. We have a bond which is beyond now. Very
Yes.
interesting. Yeah. And I was very fortunate that way. I got my sister to be my donor. Otherwise, you'll have to search for a longer time.
Yes.
And and I think I said about my journey where I am today. If you have any other questions, I'm welcome to answer.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations that you are out of it now and much stronger than before.
Yeah.
And
Emotionally and physically also much stronger.
yeah, and I could literally connect with many things you said, like especially the world passed away and you were just stuck at one point. So how you deal with such situation then?
Like I said, that I didn't realize. I mean, I used to watch. I mean, sitting in the hospital, I used to watch my people go. And then there was a balcony, and I used to watch them and all those things. But now, that fear is always there. That the world will pass if I sit down. So I keep myself very active. Okay, that fear was there because if I sit down, the world is going to pass by, and I'm going to be stuck here. That, let it be there for some time, it's okay. I mean, that was my drive that drove me to do my stuff. That's absolutely fine. But slowly start releasing, because what happens is even this becomes a fear of, oh, I can't sit idle anymore. So don't let it happen there. Take your space, it's okay. Big deal. What are they doing? They're doing nothing. They're running behind something only. No
Yes.
one's like really like. So it's okay to accept both the ends, I say. If you really want to be sitting here, fine. If you really want to run, it's also fine. Main thing is accepting your state of mind at that particular moment in your life. Do not push yourself for anything. Today I feel like I'm lost. It's absolutely fine. I am lost and I love and accept myself. Do not that comparison, or getting to somewhere where you're not there today. That is what is more harmful. Today I'm idle, I'm fine. You'll be very happy that, oh my god, when will I get a break? So it's okay. Today you got a break, enjoy this break. Tomorrow you might not get this break. This ideal moment might not be there tomorrow for you, or in a month or a year. You'll be so damn busy. I'm like, please give me a break. That will be the
Yes.
state. So the nature as such has its balance. So don't really worry about it. Accepting. And again, don't force yourself to say that, oh, don't, you shouldn't be worrying and all this. Don't. Whatever it is, accept it. You're worried about it today, accept it. Acceptance is the main thing. So Ganesha, I recently read this. Ganesha has this big belly, right? And he has a snake around it. Big belly is a significance of acceptance. Okay? And that snake is awareness. Okay? So the symbol behind it is acceptance with awareness. Whatever it is, you accept with awareness. Any situation in your life, accept it with awareness. That's why Vishnu was also sleeping. He saw this thing, he's so relaxed and sleeping, and he has this snake. He's totally aware. That awareness is there. He's sleeping with the awareness. Accept with awareness.
Wow. Yes. Accept just where you are and what you are going through.
Yeah. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. And I tell you, you have a much more bigger role because of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it is the best thing that happened to you. I'm like, no, I have my challenges. I have so many things. I have some limitations. I have okay, if a person can work for 4 hours, I can work for 3 hours. But I am happy with that 3 hours of work. I get tired maybe after 3 hours. I'm fine with it. I'm not saying you are absolutely fit and everything and all those things and you are the top of the world. You have your limitations, but it's okay. Accept the limitation. And because of that, you have something in this role you have to play that you will do. You will excel in with all these things.
Yes. So when you were diagnosed, you were just 12, right?
Yeah.
So how you manage your emotional health that time, because your classmates all were enjoying their life. So that might be very frustrating for you that you were stuck at one point. And
Like I said, first I did not know that it is going to be this long journey. So it didn't really come up. Okay, I thought maybe a month I'll be here, next month I'll go back to the class. And I wasn't really aware of the full situation of what is going to happening in my life. Then you realize, oh, it's 3 months, I'm not going back. Oh, it's 1 year, I'm not going back. And but fortunately for me, my sister was with me, and she also kind of dropped one class for me. And I also changed cities. That kind of helped me. And I've never thought about what my classmates were doing back then. Honestly, I think I was just too in pain or in that situation that all that didn't cross to me actually. Yeah, but then my sister was with me, so
so family support always helped you.
Yeah.
And you are now a craniosacral therapist and an EFT practitioner.
I'm training to be. I'm a CST practitioner and training for a yoga instructor and the EFT. And technically, I'm still a hardware engineer that always stays with me. Yeah.
So, how it is helping you personally, being an EFT practitioner and all?
Yeah, main thing, all these emotional things which were stuck with me, it has helped me come out of them. CST has helped me understand my body and how you can work with the body to make it more healthier. And yoga has actually recently felt that this sinus clearing, all that which I had those symptoms, they're all cleaning up. Even that things which were happening with the hormone imbalance, my pelvic bone, all these were getting jammed and frozen because of not enough of calcium, which comes from the your regular menstrual cycles and all.
Yeah.
So yoga and everything is helping in those. It's helping me counter all those effects of not having a regular menstrual cycle.
Okay.
And even the CST, regular CST therapies, and also like understanding your body, and that your body is capable of healing itself is like a big thing. Like you don't need anything. You if you
Yeah.
have the right mindset, you can help yourself.
Yes. You just have to look within to find your own
Yeah,
power.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what were the things that made you happy on your journey?
Um, from from the beginning, I would, like I was telling you, happiness for initially I was very happy that I was getting all the attention. Everyone was hand and foot for me, and
Yeah.
that kept me going for some time. That love and care from others.
Mm.
And then it was my school, right? 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. The 9th and 10th, I kind of focused on my education, because the outside things are not like really possible. And so anytime I would get a good grade, or people appreciate it and all, that kept me happy and going. And 11th and 12th was like, oh, it was a new world and I was ready to explore. I mean, so I went to Mount Carmel in Bangalore, and it was like a really hip women college and all that. So I was a little scared, but then it was a new experience. So that's one thing. I was never afraid to explore.
Wow.
I was never afraid to explore. I said, okay, fine. I want to see what it is. What is this hip college? Why is everyone talking about it? Try doing it. See, and I used to look terrible because those hair and the skin darkness and all, it took me years to drop it. The chemo was so strong that my skin, I'm not fair to begin with, but still, it was really black. And slowly, those things come. And even when I was doing my master's also, I started exploring cooking. And then I've been to I've been to Europe, New Zealand, South America. I travel. I love travel. So when I was in the US, I've seen, I would say 50%, maybe 40% of the national parks. That every small breaks, I used to travel, hikes and everything. So that kept me alive. Like, no, I waited, like you said, I waited, stood in a still point for so long that I'm not going to miss that opportunity. Any
Yeah.
opportunity which is there, I'm going to use it and explore.
Yeah.
So that's something which really helps, like having something to look forward to.
Yeah. Now you are not going to stop.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not going to stop. I have something to look forward to. And it's like the dopamine effect also. You have this short term little bit of things. Have a small little goals in your life. You don't have something big. Like, okay, today I'm going to make this and have it. You'll be happy. Don't keep big, long goals that they're going to take forever to happen. You're not going to be
Yeah.
happy. Have small goals which make you happy. And that's what I do. Like today, nothing. Okay, I'll put this dance video and see if I can try to dance. If I even get 2 steps, I'll be happy for it. It's okay. I'm not
Wow.
a big dancer. I've never learned. So for me, that's a big thing. Oh, I'm able to at least do 2 or 3 steps of what they're doing. That's a big thing for me. Try
Yeah.
something always new. Try learning. Never become too old. You become old if you stop learning.
Yes.
As long as you're learning, you'll stay young and healthy and happy.
Yes. So we
And
believe that creativity helps in healing, and I personally believe in that because that has helped me on my journey.
mm-hmm.
So, what creative things helped you on your journey?
I am a lot of this do I yourself person. Like these are something like whenever I feel like I just do them. It's not like I have one
Uh-huh.
particular thing, but I do like everything here and there. If nothing, rearranging the furniture in the house. Like that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, nothing. You don't have to have one big hobby or anything, but try multiple things. And cooking is a big thing. Like cooking is a big creative art. So like try different. I know how to make not the greatest pastas, but I know good pastas, falafel. Then the chutagi. This last time we went to Leh Ladakh, so I had this chutagi soup. So since then I've been making it. Comes out amazing. So have your own thing. You don't have to really follow the traditional way of creativity. Anything and
Yes.
everything is creativity.
Yeah.
Don't restrict yourself. Explore. Keep exploring.
Try
Learn. And I
everything.
love learning new things again and again and again.
Wow. Yes. So when we go through any difficult situation in our lives, it teaches us many lessons. So what are your lessons through your journey?
So before that, right, I was this really silent girl. I don't, because my dad was not with us for some time, so no, I used to hold my fist like this and stand. I know, like I'm very silent, not very bubbly, happy, laughing girl, and all those things. So for me, that was one of the biggest change that happened, and I became a person who was smiling much more than what she used to do before. And lesson wise, I felt so there are multiple. Even I'm learning. Even today, I learned something from that experience. So something you want, right? Versus your desires versus like there was something which happened for which I said no, I have to go back. And I came back and I was admitted in the hospital, and so it's like let the nature do what it wants to do. You do not force anything. Like there is nothing like you really want to happen now. If it is to happen to you, it will happen to you. Do not worry about it.
Yes.
And if it is not happening, it is for the best. Let it go. And
Wow.
whatever it is, your journey is this, and you will excel in this. Every single person will excel in this journey. So don't think at any point, why did this happen to me? This journey is going to help you excel, reach bigger goals. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And it's for me now it became a journey. So that thing became one step, a ladder, a step in my ladder to something else.
Yeah.
My unique journey. I didn't have to go through the usual thing which everyone goes through. I went in a different route. It's fine.
Yeah, life-changing journey it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the work and help Xenon correct IO and Levels cancer are doing?
It's amazing. I mean, now this with given that so much of exposure to the social media, the YouTubes. I mean, which that support is there, right? Just on a touch of a button, literally that you listen to, you get inspired by just listening to. So, however small, insignificant your journey might be, it might impact another person, right? So reaching out to that small little one person who needed to hear from you, that's and your platform is helping that. So it's really great.
Yeah. You being a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what will be your message for cancer patients and their caregivers?
Parents, like I said, just be patient. Love them. They can have their own days of tantrum, and I know that you love them enough to withstand their tantrums and all those things. And for the people, yeah, I know it is painful. It is going to be very, shaking your beliefs, your friend circle. Everything will be shaken. Your whole life is going to be disturbed. But do not worry about it. You are going to have fun. You're going to do much bigger things in your life.
Yes, true.
Just
Thank
hang
you.
in there. Just hang in there.
Yeah, don't lose hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. Like I could literally connect with you on many points,
Mm.
like being more happy than before, and just especially that world passes away and you are stuck at that one point. So that was thing that I had in my mind for so long, but
Mm.
fortunately I am out of it now. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'm sure that the way I am inspired, many people watching this video will be inspired too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.
You too.